Hi everyone, and welcome back for the final night against Volkare. I've changed the camera setup since we're going to be really focused in on this part and the final race towards the portal here. So I haven't got the camera set up on the uniform spell offer. I don't think we're going to make too much use of it, but there is actually one unit and one spell that have come out that I am quite tempted by. We've just had where around is that? Tremor, which we could get all enemies armor reduced, which would be huge when we're facing 9 tokens. And since we're at a mage tower, we could get that, and also the illusionist, this ability to stop an unfortified enemy from attacking. The risk, obviously, we are stood right next to Volkare, but if we did have Tremor in our hand, we have these as our opening 6. So we've got a lot of influence that we don't really need. We also have this token we could discard, since we don't really need the movement to catch back up with Volkare. So either we could chuck the cards, just discard them hoping to draw better attack cards, or we could use them. We do have a free unit slot and plenty of white mana, so seems worthwhile. The other useful spell in the offer would be Whirlwind. Slipped out of the sleeve, but again that's a white spell. But I'm not too worried about picking up a green spell. If we can get our artifact out, we'll have all the green and black mana we could use, so that Tremor spell will be perfect. I think regardless, we're going to have to take the number 1 card. We can't risk Volkare going before us. He could attack us before we get anything, and certainly with this hand, we're not in a good spot. So we want to, I think, chuck these cards for the influence, possibly keeping the spell and concentration and getting a new unit. So unfortunately we can't take sparing power. Mana search would be very useful, but I don't think we can risk it when we're stood right next to him. So we'll take from the dusk. Now in the source, that is something that isn't on camera that will be useful to see. Let's put the source dice. Oops. I've just rolled one of them. The source dice on the portal. We have pretty good selection in there. So let's see, if we want to get both the illusionist and Tremor, we're going to need 14 green mana. We have 2 green crystals. We have a green mana in the source. We've got the option, we could use our heroes for reputation. They give us 5 reputation, but then spending the heroes to get a unit that isn't as strong as them isn't our best plan of action. So I'd like to do it without them if possible. So we've got potential of 5 influence, 10, 13, and spending 1 card, but we'd have to use green and a red crystal, as well as a green die from the source, ready for Tremor. I prefer not to use the red mana, so we could use concentration for a red mana token. That would get us 10 influence, 13, and then march sideways, 14. Otherwise 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13 would have to discard charm sideways as well, which isn't worth it. Yeah, let's use concentration as a red mana token for influence. And we use a green die from the source for in need. That gives us a total of 10 influence. These tokens are worth 3. We only need a move 2 to get onto the village next to us, but we do have plenty of movement cards in our deck. I think we want to get rid of that, and that is the influence, but every spell requires also a crystal or a mana of that colour purchased. I'm going to spend green, and that will let us pick up Tremor and the Illusionist. We've got plenty of white mana. We still have one green crystal, as well as a green mana token we can get from our skill. So we're in a pretty good spot. We've used that. We'll put it on top of our deck. The question I've got, we've obviously a spell on top. Got a pretty decent deck of cards. Rage is one of our weakest cards. We're probably in a good spot to throw it away. Just discard it as well, and hopefully draw something better. And only keep Charm, so we know we're going to get one other spell and 4 cards. We should get movement to get onto the village. Yeah, let's do that. Let's lock that in. So that will be our turn. We roll the die for the source. Black. Quite nice. Mana's always useful. Card. Token in these cards. So Volkare. A wound. For a moment then I was thinking he was attacking. A wound is just recruiting. So he has the potential of taking away ice mages or shock troopers, but I don't think we're going to be recruiting either of these, but let's see. Yep, the shock troopers disappear. Not the biggest problem. Let's have a look at our cards then. So we know we've got Charm and Tremor. Mana Bolt. Improvisation. Snowstorm. Mana Storm. Okay. Those are really good cards, but not really what I wanted to see right now, unfortunately. Don't want to throw away Mana Storm. Don't really want to throw away any of these cards. We need 2 movement, and we've got no other way of generating movement. So I think what I'm going to do, although we'll end up wasting the mana token, is actually use this now to draw 2 more cards. Then Brainstorm's going to be really useful in the fight to get access to a lot of dice, so I don't want to throw that away. We could pay, yeah, get siege attack, beat a card. Possibly we could throw away Charm to keep Mana Storm. If that was the case, I really wish I'd just used Charm last round now. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's use this token and draw 2 cards. So 1, 2 more. Got our Emerald Ring and March. We will just use our March. That 2 movement. And we can get down into the village. Excellent. Pretty happy with that. Same improvisation wasn't our March card, because it means we're going to go into our fight with Volkare with 2 fewer cards, but I think to save the hand we had, that was worth it. So we can draw back up to 10, and the reason I want to do this now is because before Volkare takes his turn, after our turn and before the start of our next turn, we can pillage the village. And I'm not sure if we can do it after Volkare decides to attack us. So let's refill our hand, and we're next to one of our keeps now, so we will have 10, and we're going to draw 2 extra for pillaging keep, so we're going to lose 2 reputation. Nice, a lot of spells. This is what we've readied ourselves for. So we've got 2 white spells. I'm going to just get everything set by mana type so I can try and work out what we are going to spend. Green, white, red, 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 white. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got Rejuvenate, which would let us draw cards. but it counts as a healing action, and that can't be done in combat. So if we do get attacked by Volkare, unfortunately we won't be able to use this. That's a nice hand of cards. And from where Volkare is placed, white or blue, he attacks us. I don't think he has any of those left. Red, he'll attack us. Green, he will move on to our mage tower, and then we'll be able to assault him, because we do have steady tempo. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, let's see what he draws. He's got a red action card, so he will look in every space adjacent to him for somebody to fight, and we are adjacent. So we can finally see what Volkare has. I'm taking a deep breath here because I am quite nervous about what we're going to see. So we need to roll Volkare's dice, see which of his attacks he's going to be bringing to the fight. Let's roll that. Blue, an ice brutal attack with assassinate. And then, what should we start with? Let's flip over his weaker tokens first. So we've got, okay, that's, I mean, it's a bit annoying that it's two separate attacks, but nothing special there. Catapults, that's a bit frustrating. 7 attack on a green token, it's quite strong. Yeah, the centaurs. Again, quite high armor actually for green token. Another catapult, that's pretty unfortunate. Oh, and zombies with multiple attacks, but at least they are also cumbersome, so we can just use our movement to negate all of those attacks. That's quite nice. Okay. Let's remove this rampaging orc, the mage tower, from this tile. Set them just beside the tile, but otherwise I'm probably going to end up thinking I have to fight this token as well. Okay, so let's then look at the city. That's probably the next weakest out of these. Heroes which have 2 attacks and they are fortified. Okay, that's not the best. City token. 3 attack with paralyze and swiftness. I think that's okay. I'm not too disappointed with that one from a city token. I think we could have got worse. A Draconum. Ooh, an ice dragon with paralyze. That's pretty strong. And the fire dragon. So they've both got physical and an elemental resistance. Those are going to be quite tough to deal with. So, what are they throwing at us in terms of attacks? Well, we're definitely breaking our Emerald Ring to have an endless supply of green and black mana this time. We get Fame +1 for each green spell we're going to use. We've only got 1 green spell, but that's still worth it. So let's just grab our pot here and work out what we can do. So we've got green mana. We can find in sorcery. So chosen enemy loses all resistances. That's probably going to be pretty useful against these dragons with their elemental resistance, or possibly even to get rid of the resistance of one of these catapults to physical attacks. We've got 1 blue mana crystal, so we won't be able to do the strong effect. Oh no, we've got a blue die in the source. That's good. We've got more than enough white mana for our spells just in crystals. We've got 3 white, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 red. So, decompose, we could throw away another action card. Actually, steady tempo is pretty useful. And it wouldn't be worth throwing away improvisation to get more red mana because we have enough. Definitely using our red crystal here, and we're just going to know we've got the black mana. This will probably be used as fire block, but I'll be very tempted to also give it ice element, so it's fire ice block, so we will be able to block any type of attack efficiently. And it's 7+2 for any tokens that are still alive come the block phase. With 1 blue mana crystal, we could look at using the blue mana dice. Since we don't need black, probably not that white. We could set the dice here, and then we've got blue and black. And we could either pay, well, paying green gets us siege ice attack. If we did get rid of decompose, we'd be able to potentially get cold fire attack, or maybe we could use white mana for the ranged ice attack, knowing that might be more worthwhile, but it's only 1 different. We've got unlimited green, so that's probably not going to happen. Let's just say we use a green and a green here. Call to arms, recruit 1 unit from the unit's offer for free. We could replace our Utum crossbowman. There's the choice still of the Amatep freezers or the ice mages that didn't disappear. And actually, possibly taking these would be good. We'd have to try and get some more blue mana from somewhere, which would probably mean then. Actually, we've got Mana Storm. Mana Storm, we've got 3 white crystals, so we can definitely play the stronger effect of Possess. We could just use the top call to arm ability actually, and that will let us use a unit from the offer as if we have it. Mana Storm, the basic ability isn't that great. It would just let us gain a crystal of a colour that's showing in the source, which would only be white, and we still have 1 spare white mana anyway. So using a white crystal to re-roll all the dice in the source, if we get blue, we would be able to use either the Ice Mage to siege attack for, or the Amatep freezers stop an enemy attacking and give it armor -3. So yeah, that seems worthwhile. So let's assign our final white crystal to Mana Storm as if we're playing that. So that leaves Steady Tempo, Rejuvenate, Improvisation, and Decompose that we aren't using. Rejuvenate, we can't use the heal effect during combat. We won't be able to ready a unit or draw cards. That is a wasted card. We could use Decompose if we were to get a red mana and throw away Rejuvenate in order to get a blue, white, or red mana. Yeah, possibly. A Steady Tempo, if we have a blue mana, that would be useful. That will stop. We can use the 4 movement to eliminate all 3 of these attacks, potentially reduce the attack from the catapults. Yeah, we've got a green mana over here, and we've still got our skill to get a green and white token. We obviously don't need the green token, but another white crystal if we do get one, because we've essentially used our 3rd crystal on Mana Storm, which I think we definitely will. We can still flip that skill and get the white crystal we need for the illusionist ability to stop an unfortified enemy from attacking. Yeah, so let's go ahead and use Mana Storm. We'll start with this as our first card played. We're setting aside the blue die here with a black mana crystal from, I've already, where is it? There it is, the Emerald Ring. We've destroyed this, getting our Siege Ice attack, and then Mana Storm during that Siege phase to see what else we might run. And it lets us use black or gold mana as any basic colour regardless of round. We don't need black mana, so that's pretty good. Okay, so 1 black, 1 gold, 1 white. So the white, we can just use to basically save one of our crystals. That's fine. We can use 1 on steady tempo and 1 on improvisation, throwing away decompose, and we can keep rejuvenate for if we take any wounds. Yeah, or if we just need that 1 extra attack. Okay, so if we've got everything powered up, let's see how much range attack we could produce. We've got 1 from our Knight skill here. We have the Utem Crossbowman for 2, and we're using 1 of our unlimited green to activate this for range attack 3. That's a total of 6. We have, that is Siege Ice, that is Siege Ice. Okay, so we can turn 1 of our attacks into range. We'll use that on improvisation. Yeah, we've got this 5 range plus the 6 there is 11, so we've got 11 damage we can do to unfortified enemies, and we have 16 ice damage we can do to fortified enemies. Any fortified enemy has -4 armor. Normal enemies have -2. That's going to be a little confusing to keep track of, but I should have a pen and paper for this to keep track of. 13 normal range attack, 16 ice siege attack. That's lowering their attack. This is going to be defense. We can use 1 unit ability for free. Yeah, that's going to probably be something we really have to puzzle through deciding. And this one enemy does not attack. Gain attack equal to its attack, including elements. Okay. So we want to take over an enemy that's going to survive, obviously, to the attack phase. Considering we're making so much ice siege, there's no reason why we wouldn't kill both catapults with ice siege, because they only require 4 to prevent them from attacking, and they've both got very strong attacks, so that seems like 4 damage we can throw over here straight away. The other fortified enemy, actually, they only have 1 armor each. Yes, because of this. So then the siege attack can also deal with the hero unit. They'll have 2 armor. Oh no, they'll only have 1 armor, so that's 3 units for 3 siege. That's really good. The 2 units that we don't really want to target with this attack are going to be these and the Ice Dragon. We could kill the Fire Dragon. We can have our heroes. We can have our heroes generate Cold Fire Attack 5 if we use this black mana on it instead of Steady Tempo. So if we do take out the 1 remaining cumbersome enemy, we won't need that movement from Steady Tempo. And then we can get Cold Fire Attack 6. We'll only need 2 more damage. Yeah, that seems probably more likely. I'm not sure actually if we need to use an enemy's attack. We're doing pretty well here. So that's in siege. So it would take 5 siege to kill them, which, considering they're physically resistant, is still probably our best option, it's 5 because they're an unfortified enemy, so they'll get -2 armor. That's a total 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is one of our spells gone. Even if we assign everyone together and they share then fortifications and resistances, don't believe it gets an armor -4 because they share that fortification, but they aren't themselves fortified. Otherwise, if we group everything together except the 2 ice resistant enemies, I think we could just kill all of them. That seems a bit too strong. So if that's 8 damage, we can then assign, this would be 3 and this would be 5. We could take out both of these. Another 8 ice siege. The zombies then, we've got 5 range attack from improvisation or from using our sorcerers and crossbowmen. So we can kill both of these units. I might just use this as an attack. Might not even need the block. That's killing everything. We still have, I forgot, the sorcerer's ability to prevent a unfortified enemy from attacking. We do still have Volkare we need to deal with. He is obviously arcane resistant. No one else is arcane resistant. No. And we're only using spell effects, damage effects, rather than any other kind of effects on these creatures. So we've got just that one token left and Volkare. We can't stop Volkare from attacking, so we will need to block him. But he's only an ice attack 3, so actually this card would be sufficient. Don't need to use this ice token, we can keep it, that's just going to be worth 1 fame at the end. We can use the sorcerer's ability to choose an enemy, lose all resistances. We can make this token lose all of its resistances, in which case 7 range. We can kill him and this token and just leave this one. Because we've got, actually yeah, he's even weaker. He needs 5 to kill, which this does. This guy needs 2 to kill, which the crossbowman can do. This guy would need 3 to kill, which the sorcerers can do. Actually, we can kill all 3 of them. We've got the block here, but if we saved our red crystal, that's the crossbowman and sorcerers used. No, we'd need to use the red crystal for the block. That's fine for Volkare. I think he doesn't attack us because we've killed all of his units in the ranged and siege phase. Tremor was huge to be able to reduce their attacks down. So let's just double check this. We've got black mana from the broken artifacts. We've got ice attack 8. The 3 fortified tokens each have an armor of 1. This guy's reduced by 2 down to 5, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all dead from this card. These guys each have their armor reduced by 2, so it's 5 plus 3 is 8. And the blue, black, and green gives us again siege ice attack 8. That's fine. Range attack 5 with improvisation and our token is enough to kill this when the sorcerers use their ability to remove their resistance. This then needs range attack 3, which is the sorcerer's attack. They've got range attack 3. And then 2 from the crossbowman are enough to kill this. If it does need to be that this attack is also affecting the same unit, then it can be done that way. We can get 3 plus the crossbowman for 5, defeat this token. And then our knight sharpshooting plus the 5 here, actually even without the sharpshooting, is 2 and 3. So we can do it and assign that damage either way around. We don't need to stop one enemy from attacking because they're all dead, so we can keep that crystal. We don't need to use call to arms, so we can't save this crystal because we already activated Mana Storm before we used that die from the source, and there's no other white mana that we're using. We'll leave that. We don't need to use this mana for steady tempo though, so we could use this. We'd already set green is just a mana token. Keep the red. We've got steady tempo, rejuvenate. If we were needing to block Volkare, we can. It's a fire block, but he has a 3 ice attack anyway. Yeah, that's that. So I suppose we may as well go ahead and recruit a unit using this white die from the unit offer. We'll use the illusionists to gain a white crystal to our inventory, then use call to arms to gain the Amatep freezers just because it's worth an extra point, and we can replace them. Yeah, well, that's that. That is how you take out Volkare. Yeah, we didn't even need these 2 tokens. We could have avoided a wound, so we didn't need to block Volkare since he would have only dealt us. Actually, it says ignore the abilities. I don't know whether you'd ignore brutal. I guess we would have taken 2 wounds from him. Yeah, but we blocked him either way. We've got these 2 tokens. They are worth a point each at the end of the game as well, so it is good to keep hold of them if we don't need them. Let's do a quick tally of our reward here. We're going to lose another reputation, but that doesn't matter for end of game scoring. Used. We roll the source if we can get anything done. And that one final round we're going to get. Discard. Okay, so we've got 10 plus a token. Another 10. $12, 22, so 42, and another faction token. Throw away a wound. Just check that 10, 20, 42. Excellent. So, bring this over. It's not going to go onto the camera very well. I'll hold it. So we're on 53, 55, down to 92. So we're going to level up twice. Means you'll get another advanced action card. And flip over one more token for recruiting. So steal tokens, flip over a token. Increases our hand size up to 7. We have movement based on a number of available units. So this would actually be 2 movement to us. We've got 2 units we haven't used. This, we add 2 silver units to the offer, and we can recruit 1 additional one at -5. So this might be worth doing. Yeah, we could add a couple more to the offer, and chances are we'll be able to then recruit. We're on a mage tower. What have we got? We've got healing and unit. That's not easy. We could gain a crystal and regenerate. We've got mountain law. I think probably would take mountain law as our action, because that movement would get us into the mage tower if need be, that we can do our recruiting, and then yeah, we'll try and get hold of another 2 units using this token to get 1 cheap. Seems like a good idea. So our 2 extra offer units, we have herbalists and magic familiars, and we have ice mages still. So all 3 of these can be recruited at a monastery, or 2 of them here at a mage tower. So yeah, that's good. We can go for the mage tower. We do have to spend 1 mana for them, but so Volkare isn't going to take his turn. Let me just quickly repair the map. He didn't take kindly to me bringing the scoreboard over onto his head. We can put these tokens back, just in case we decide actually running over here towards the mage tower is a better option. But we've got 2 cards in our hand. We've got a hand size of 7, plus we're still next to our keep, so we actually have 11 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just see what we have. Plenty of movement, training. Yeah, I forgot about training. That's pretty good. Temporal portal, determination. So what we could do instead is potentially get way up at the top end. We could maybe try and get to that ruins. We've got lots of movement, and we've got temporal portal. We could jump 2 spaces over this keep. Now if we get 3, 6, 7, 8, and then temporal portal, which, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could ready a unit. Could potentially get us an artifact, which would be quite nice, and fighting those 2 tokens is probably going to be worth more than just the fame reward by fame from those 2 tokens. We could use training. What would so the other action card that came into the offer is Force of Nature. We'd have to throw away a green card, but we could throw away Rejuvenate to take one of those cards into our hand. Get the Siege attack. And that's also worth a point for having the advanced action card. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd need 1 other movement card. Use training to get Rejuvenate into our hand. We've still got our heroes and Emetep freezers. They're pretty useful. We'll have ritual attack. We can throw away our determination, ice attack 3 or range attack 3 if we just throw away swiftness. Yeah, I think it's a bit too juicy a target, and I'm still a little bit disappointed from our earlier dice roll where we got a spell from the dungeon instead of the more likely dice roll which got us an artifact. If we go all the way up there past the keep and take on that adventure site, we'll get the artifact. We can see what it would have been we picked up from that from that dungeon so long back. Yeah, let's go for it. 2, 4, 6, 9 movement is enough for us to go. Oh, that would provoke the rampaging enemy. We couldn't get past. No, it's night, isn't it? So it would take us 3, 6, 11 movement to get in here, which would have to be swiftness as well. 9, 10, 11. And then we have Temple Portal to jump over. So we've just got Ritual Attack, our heroes, and the Ametep freezers, as well as 1 siege card. That's slightly more risky. We've got green mana in the source. We could power up Mountain Law and keep 1 swiftness. I want to use our training. Yeah, let's flip our token here to get white crystal and a green mana. We already have 3 white crystals, so that will stay as a mana token. We can do Mountain Law for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Keeping 1 swiftness, which will probably be this token. And then Temple Portal. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll whiz all the way over here. 3, 6, 11, and then jumping 2 spaces. But we need a. I was thinking we need a blue mana. We don't have blue mana. That's a shame. Yeah, we can't. Never mind. What we could do instead, actually, is go for the monastery there. Volkare is removed anyway. We've got 5 movement. We can go through mountains. We can go 5, 6, 7 onto the maze. 8, 9, 10, and then jump 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and jump 1 space. We have to account for the 1 extra movement going past these walls. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we use Temple Portal to get into the monastery. And on the monastery, we can lose 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3 to draw a violet enemy and fight them. So we are doing this without our units if we're pillaging, aren't we? Yeah, let's go for it. We've got. Okay. I think these are the Autumn Fire Mages. So we need 5 ranged attack. I think we can do fairly easily here. We can discard a green card gets us siege attack. Let's throw away green card to get siege attack. We've got 3 range, 4 range. But we need to throw away either a white card, which gets us 3 range, which is the same, or a green card, which means we can't do the training here. So what would be better? We've got 5 crystals. So actually we can use our red crystal to power it up, and then throw away. Oh no, that's. Yeah, we can throw it away, but also use this to make it a cold fire attack. Plus this 1. So it's cold fire 4, 1 normal, 5 We'll kill them. We can use a green dice from the source on training. We can throw away Rejuvenate and pick up Crushing Bolt. Actually, if we've got Crushing Bolt in our hand, yeah, that makes things even easier if we're doing it like that. We can pick up Crushing Bolt and then use our spare white mana here and our green mana here. And then we've just got the range attack we need quite comfortably. Yeah, that makes more sense. We've still got 4 crystals, which is going to be 2 points. We get the extra card and we kill these guys, so we're going to get that 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can look at an artifact. Grail. Yeah, that would have been useful fighting Volkare. We could have done it sooner, because basically you can just throw away all of the wounds that you'd pick up during a fight. Pretty good. And it lets you I was going to say, it lets you pick up all of the cards, but we could have had the option of the Banner of Protection as well, which literally lets you throw away all wounds you received. So, yeah, a bit of a shame we didn't pick this up sooner. As I said, we got unlucky with that dice roll and got a spell. It was a decent spell, but not as good as this. It does mean you can go in, provoke Volkare, throw any range and siege attacks you've got at him, use all your units and skills. During the attack phase, you'll probably get knocked out, but it doesn't matter. You can just throw away all those wounds, pull back and recover just by throwing this card away. And it's not even something you need to draw and throw away wounds in your hand. You toss this knowing you're going to pick up wounds. Yeah, Banner of Protection, if you get it, it does mean you can just afford to go for Volkare nice and early and just throw range and siege, because you only get knocked out when it comes to the block phase. So, shame we didn't get that. Let's take it for what could have been. Alright, so we have successfully completed our mission of stopping Volkare from getting to the portal. He did get rather close. He was 1, 2, 3 spaces away, but a comprehensive fight in the end. So let's just sort our deck quickly and see what we've got. We have got quite a thin deck. We've thrown away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our basic action cards. So a third of our starting deck has gone. I think with Volkare, those throwaway cards become very useful because it's a different sort of timer that he uses. He doesn't need to get to the bottom of his stack to reach the portal. There's enough movement in there to get there with a few cards to spare. So it is about getting through your actions as quick as possible. But saying that, yeah, it's not that small a deck. We have picked up a lot of spells. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. So we've only got the one artifact because obviously we had to destroy our other one to get the mana. But 6 spells, that's going to be a good amount of points. Let me find in-game scoring for the Volkare scenario. Okay. Scoring. I'll take the lowest fame of all players. This is, yeah, solo and cooperative. So if you're doing it cooperative, you take the lowest as your starting point. For the best player in all categories, 5 points for each conquered city, which isn't necessarily a goal, but there is a city in one of those tiles. You get a bonus 30, 40, or 50 points depending on the chosen combat level. We went with heroic, which is the middle option. We will get 40 points. increased by 2 for each card left in Volkare's deck. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards left. That's another 18. And then multiplied by 1.5 because of our race level. 58 times 1.5. Will that be 87? We just double or times by 1.5 these bonus points. You don't times by 1.5 your total endgame score. So let's add on 87 start off with. So that would be 184. And the regular end of game scoring. So we will get 2 per spell, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 points. 196, 1 for every advanced action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 205. 2 per artifact and 1 per pair of crystals. So we have 1 artifact and 2 pairs. So that is another 4 points. 9. Unit level, halving them if they're wounded. We have a total of 11 unit levels and none of them are injured. 220. And then 2 points for every site conquered. So let's have a look at our shields on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. 22. 242. And 4 leftover tokens. 2, 4, 6. That is far and away, I think, my highest score in Mage Knight. I've not done this scenario on this level before. I've tried it as this difficulty on a slower race, so he has more wounds in his deck, and I've done the lower difficulty with this amount of race, but I've never done this combination, so yeah, pretty chuffed with that. Possibly a little disappointed that final fight was so easy, but I think if we picked up the Banner of Protection, we'd have been able to whittle him away during the day and had a nice easy fight during the night as well. So I think we would have been well set either way. Certainly those spells, the amount of siege we were able to generate at the end. This was probably a mistake, actually, thinking about it, because you can't combine blocks, but I was hoping it would either be a very good block, or if we had a lot of enemies left, we could get a very big fire attack going. And we could have made it a fire ice attack. Hopefully, if we've managed to hold on and not take too many wounds, which is why we were looking at getting things like the illusionist to stop an enemy from attacking, charm to stop an enemy from attacking, those sorts of effects. But in the end, all we needed it for was to block Volkare's tiny little fight. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and take care, and I'll hopefully see you soon with another run through. Bye for now.